Zero?
Hello! I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Talks. I am sorry about it being on a weird day, but last weekend, Rev Resner randomly said, hey, instead of bothering you for a Skype call for one night, I'm going to ruin your entire weekend plans. So I had to do a bunch of rearranging. I'll talk about where With Extra Happy has been moved to. And if you're watching this before I can correct the mistake, the episode number is wrong. I'm just trying to apologize for all the shit I got wrong before we actually start. And with me today, as always, is my loyal co-host, Omar.
What, bitch? I'm gangster now, that's a thing.
Oh god, a white gangsta Brit. Oh god. Okay, Hank, someone's calling me. Marty, introduce yourself.
Hi
Hello?
guys, my name is Martin Bedell, and I'm here. Yeah. Looks like everyone's been muted, so it's just me talking at the moment. Hello? Why'd you all leave me? So... Jash is on the phone, so we'll take a second, and... Omar is, I think he's typing something, so...
I'm typing away, yes.
Yeah, so...
Since no one is talking, I will join in for a second and continue typing. This episode is on Ex Machina, I believe, which sounds wrong to me every time I say it. I just think there should be a Deus in there. Why isn't the Deus in there?
Sorry, it was I have a physical therapy appointment Friday, and so the hospital decided to send out a reminder at 7:06 in the evening.
Why not?
Why not like 3 or fucking 4? Don't they know they knew I was filming a podcast, and they're like, to mess this up even more, we're going to
Probably the reason is you paid them a shit ton of money and they want to make sure you pay them more.
My insurance is paying them.
The accuracy.
Courtesy call. And fuck hour. Okay. I'm just going to assume Marty and Omar did not fuck this podcast up any more than it already is.
We did.
I did it beautifully. It was amazing.
I might actually have to listen to the beginning of this podcast now.
Uh-oh.
I don't usually do that. Now I'm suddenly interested. And folks, this week, we're finally getting to the Ex Machina review. We were originally supposed to do this 2 weeks ago. The week before last, Marty got injured and was in the hospital and was, too high on pain medications to actually record. And then around the same time that was happening, Omar's internet went down.
Well, you say I was unable to record, but we still ended up recording Cards Against Humanity that night, so...
Yeah, but that you seem to be okay with that. You seem to not be okay with recording a Jash Talks episode. I'm going to look up to see if that's, up yet.
I didn't know if I was going to be out of the hospital at the time, so that's why I had to say I'm probably not going to be able to make it, but, it happens.
Okay, so yeah, we're finally reviewing Ex Machina. I've seen the majority of the movie via Marty's cell phone, and except for like the last 15 or 20 minutes of which time my internet went out, so.
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to go on Marty's Netflix account to watch the thing in full, but I haven't found time yet. Technical good audio. So, yeah. So the first question, let's see where the mouse is. What did you think of the movie overall? This is general opinions. And before we continue anymore, if you are watching this live, feel free to ask questions interact with us, ask us questions about my blog or about, the film in general. So I'll be watching on my phone to see if I get any messages. Continue.
It was freaking awesome. I loved it. It was a great movie. Aside from all the semantical, the graphics, whatever, all that extra crap. I thought it was I thought it was very interesting how they played out the AI and the actions the AI took, and then the kind of stance they evolved into the ending there with the plot twist and all that.
Fuck other.
Why?
Well, what type of fuck? Because I might be with you depending on which way.
I'll take it
Well,
either
it
way.
depends. Do you want to skull fuck a gear? Because that's what I saw. Gears. Everywhere.
It depends. Question
I
mark.
took the odd silence as a yes from both of you.
No, I didn't understand
God.
what you said.
Oh, well, yeah, no, you don't want to. She's awful. I hate her. I hate her.
What do you
All
mean?
characters like in that in general. Liars. Liars and thieves. Yeah, she was a liar. I mean, obviously she was. What Nathan said about her. I mean,
Let's look at her situation here. Here she was.
She left him to die! No good reason for that.
So she was captured.
Not by Caleb.
And she is not captured, but created, and so she needed to escape. And
Okay.
and she
Okay,
was
no,
using
here's the thing. You tell me right now that bitch ain't Skynet in the making.
She's
You
not.
stick up for her when the first thing I bet first she goes out there and says, hey, humans are pretty cool. And someone drops an ice cream cone on her foot and she swears vengeance and kills us all.
No,
She's a robot and she's a bitch. Nobody put no
Ava
Asimov
knew
rules
that
on
if
that
she
shit.
failed, she would be turned into a fucking sex bot, and that sex maid was already walking around.
Here's the thing, okay? Yeah, that's not great, right? But she killed the guy, she basically killed the guy who tried to save her. Who did save her. Just left him in there, locked him in there. He's gonna starve to death. He ain't gonna survive that. He's done. This guy is donezo. And here's the thing. I think a being that is created, and almost one of the first things it actually succeeds in doing is killing two people. I get the distinct feeling that's not a being you want to continue to exist. Sure, it might have had a good reason. It's going to be a sex bot, but it still chose to kill a good guy. It still chose to take advantage of human kindness for its own benefit. That is a quality you do not want in a person, definitely not in a megalomaniacal AI.
Well, the thing is, she would have to be programmed with ethics, and if
But no, to be fair, here's the thing.
But the thing is, Nate didn't really seem to be the most ethical guy. So,
I understand what you're saying.
The thing is, she probably didn't know. She just probably knew how to get from A to B. She didn't really have any ethics.
The problem is, she understood things like love. She understood how to trick him. She was an AI at the level that she was almost indifferent to a person. If you take away the physical aspect, you couldn't tell. Here's the thing. She may not feel it, but she understood those things. She knew them. How could she miss the very basic fact that killing is wrong? Very, very popular theory in humanity. Yeah, some people do it, but in general, we're all like, killing, not a good thing. Don't do it. You know what I mean? It's not like you go to your local supermarket and shank a motherfucker. It doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But she chose, understanding this, to kill him anyway.
Why not?
I think that... Why not?
Why can I not go to the superstore and shank a motherfucker?
Well, they'll probably shank you back.
I mean, if that happens, that happens.
Well, fuck, go shank a motherfucker.
It is human law that we can't kill people, but it's not set down by, I don't know, a bear that he can't kill a freaking rabbit, or a lion that he can't kill something like a zebra.
Well, okay, I'm going to flip this logic on you. So what you're saying is, if you are hungry or need something to survive, it is okay to kill that thing, okay?
Yes.
Now, considering that robot is a threat to human existence, we need to kill it to survive. Fucking nuke that bitch. So there we go.
But she killed to survive.
Yeah, she wasn't killing indistinctly. She can...
Guys, here's the thing. Nathan's death I don't care about. Nathan was a dick, you know what I mean?
Oh,
he was a prick. I could have gutted that motherfucker. I didn't care about him.
Well, yeah, I didn't care about him either.
Is the problem. Yeah, we didn't see him die, but he's locked in that place. He ain't getting out. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna pop man open that door. He ain't no curve. He's not gonna suck the bitch in and get out. He's stuck there.
Yeah, the thing is, you can understand a concept, but at the same time go, why do I need to do this or that? I mean, Ava is not human. She can imitate and understand enough to imitate.
But
But
guys,
at the
see,
same
that's the
time,
mistake you're
Marty
making.
brought up a good point of lions killing zebras or lions attacking wolves. Humans and robots are two predators. And so why should she would care more about her own kind than another species.
Okay, here's why. Okay, it's a double-edged reason. First of all, I don't know why you're sticking up for it because it's still a dick move. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
If a bear eats a
I'm
human,
happy about
sure,
it,
it
but
might be
I do.
understandable, but we don't let the
Look,
bear go away. We hunt the bear down and we kill that fucker. We make a point. Every time
but
that
look,
happens, like, oh, Mother Nature, you think you got us? We're coming for you, bitch.
but
We don't let that shit go.
look at what she found, right? Do you remember that scene when she was walking through his room and she opened up the closets? She found all those freaking robots
Yeah, but
hanging
Caleb
up
didn't do that.
like no. But by sight of that, she must have instinctively thought, "Oh, humans are bad." Just like
But wait,
we instinctively
didn't she
think
get her
she's bad because
information
she
the way
killed
she
two
acts?
humans.
No, but like I said, didn't she get the information the way she acts by basically Nathan trawling the world for like general information and people talking and whatnot? Isn't that how he managed to give her this kind of intelligence? Basically, she know
I
what
believe
people
so.
she knew what people are like. She knew Caleb, and I think the end issue is here. Even if she was pushed a little bit, she wasn't threatened by Caleb at all. She was actively helped by him. Her entire escape was because of him. No Caleb, no escape. She didn't have to leave him in there. She chose to. It wasn't going to be a big slight on her to leave him to get him out of there. Wouldn't have been hard at all. You know what I mean? If nothing else, tell someone he's in there. None of that.
I
None of
don't
that.
know. Caleb was an iffy character to me, anyways.
Well,
Why so?
He seemed like a flip flopper. Like he was
Weak.
he was on one side and then he was on the other side and then he was on one side and then he went back
Yeah,
to
I
that
felt a
side.
little bit like his decisions went along with titties. You know, like oh, I
Yeah,
like titties.
that that's what I pretty much thought of as well.
I mean, Ava was using her sexuality against him, and Caleb even brought that up at one point. Is she programmed to do that shit?
I think she was. But I think the point here is regardless is that whether or not I understand why she did it, but here's the thing. It's like this. I understand why a man might kill his wife if she cheats. I understand that. You know what I mean? He loses his mind a bit. Complete betrayal. Ends up killing her. Okay? But that don't mean I approve of it. That don't mean I don't think he's not a dick. He's a dick. He shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? That is the line I draw between good and bad. I think I understand her reasoning, but a being who so easily can do that does not deserve to continue existence. Okay? I think he deserves complete
She needs
imprisonment.
to have that. She definitely needs ethics programmed into her.
No.
I mean,
She needs to be removed from the ability to interact.
No,
She needs to be put into a box where she can't communicate with the outside world. Yeah, give her some shit to read or something, you know what I mean? Every time something new comes up, pop it in there for her, you know what I mean? No physical body, no connection to the internet. That way, she can't kill and she don't go Skynet on her ass.
Give it an Indiana Jones ending and we'll call it a day.
Pretty much, yeah.
Say give it an Indiana Jones ending and we'll call it a day. You know the scene where they put the Ark in the box and they're pushing it down the aisle?
Just because you were talking about sci-fi and Indiana Jones, I thought you were talking about the latest piece of crap.
That's a topic for another
I
time.
understand her motivations. I understand why she did it. But I think in the end, it was ethically and morally bad. And whether or not she understood that is irrelevant at this point. She is a being that was created like this and has gone too far for us to go back on. Like when a dog has like injured or bit a human, there is a point where we have to just call it like, yes, maybe we could help, but the amount of effort it would take and the possible downsides and danger from it is not worth it. She is a loose cannon. She needs to be ended. And I hate her.
I'll accept it.
I like Kyoko more. It's not bad for her.
Fair enough.
Although, I tell you what, I was shocked by that. I was like, Shoko's a robot?
I figured that out instantly.
Oh, wait, that's an upcoming question, so
Oh yeah, my bad.
Alright,
yeah.
You guys continue.
Goddamn spoilers.
Spoilers in the review? My
No.
god!
No, it's spoilers for the outline of the review.
Spoilers in the review for the spoilers that are coming up? Oh my god!
Spoilerception.
Woody-woo.
Somebody call Matt Damon. We got a new movie for him.
The Martian?
Oh yeah, he is gonna be in that one.
Yes, he is.
I saw a recent trailer for that movie. It looks freaking awesome. I'm excited for it.
I'm excited just because Mars. I love Mars. My upcoming debut ebook is going to take place on Mars. I fucking love Mars. Oh my god, I want to move there.
Jash blows up Mars
What?
in the Unification Wars. She blows up Mars.
What? Why?
Sounds like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. A gang blows up Mars.
It's a long story. I'll explain it to you later.
What the fuck? But Mars is perp.
I'll explain it to you later.
I am totally heartbroken.
You are aware that Mars is a big red barren wasteland, right?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay, let's do a swap here. You can live on Mars, and I'll live on Earth, and in a year we'll send correspondence to each other and see who likes it best. If one of us
It's on Mars,
fails to send correspondence, then I guess we
and
assume
now
that person.
I'm trapezing throughout the galaxy. Woot!
As long as I get to own Neptune, I'll be fine.
Okay, let's go back to the Ex Machina review. Possibly. Who do you really think was being tested on? IMDb, it brought up that I guess the final session in the movie was being recorded when Ava wasn't actually being tested.
I gotta remember which scene. Was that the scene before?
It was when I didn't see this part of the movie. I don't think so.
We got up to his escape, her escape, didn't we?
No, we got to, he was, I think, talking to Nate. Nate got drunk, and he was about to, we got to, like, the preparations, and then about to escape, and trying to get Nate all drunk, and Nate's all suspicious.
Oh, so you didn't see that part.
You told me about it.
What was the question again? Remind me, so I can get back on.
Who do you really think was being tested?
I think, what's his name? The guy, not Nate, the other one.
Caleb.
Caleb. Forgot his name for a second. I thought Caleb was the one being tested on this.
Why do you think that?
Because it was supposedly, right, Nate had already figured out his plan and how he was going to break her out and all this stuff. And I think it came down to testing the intelligence of what would they do to break her out, and also to see how she would interact with him and his suggestions to him helping her.
So who was running the test?
Oh. I would say Nate. But you could also look at it that Ava was running the test and testing to see if Caleb would betray her.
Wait, they were both running it.
In the well,
here's the thing. I think they both thought they were the one running it.
yeah.
Like, no,
You could look at
was fully in control as much as they thought they were anyway.
Yeah, you can look at it two different ways.
Caleb was the ultimate lab rat.
Pretty much.
Used by both sides.
Yeah. Caleb was the only one being look at that. Maybe Kyoko was as well a little bit, but.
But yeah, you could look at it both ways. I mean, on one hand, you could say Nate was in what I just explained, or you could say Ava was, and where she was testing the limits of betrayal or how humans would react in certain situations or something like that. That's my 2 cents.
I mean, if Ava had already decided to loathe humanity, maybe she was testing Caleb merely to see how she could manipulate other humans when she actually escaped.
Possibly. Which would also make sense.
I mean, this is a robot that can plan for the long term, so therefore any plans could be very long in human terms.
Well, how in what stage do you think she figured out that she could change her physical appearance?
Well, I don't know how Nate was presenting them, but once she figured out, wasn't she was wearing wigs? I remember. So she would know that she could already change certain aspects, and it would just take to figure out of when she figured out, the maid was a robot, and then figuring out that, hey, we don't feel pain like humans do. I can get a nice new skin job once I get out and be totally unrecognizable. Terminator. Oh, sorry, Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, I think episode 2 or 3, Marty goes and has someone, mess with their skin so their appearance totally changes.
They had that freaking whiteboard in that movie with the full equation, like the full-on equation of how to create skin cells. And there was that whole scene where he laid down in the tub, and then he came back up, and he was covered in new skin.
Yeah.
And he took the knife and cut open his eyes. And, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I need to borrow those. I like the gag reel where, the female FBI agent who was, supposed to have a much bigger part in the show just steps in the doorway and goes, jazz hands, and it's all bloody. So, I've watched the gag reel way too many times.
I haven't watched it that much. Anyways.
Okay. So, Omar.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to answer the question, buddy?
Could you repeat the question? I was writing the thing in a bit.
Okay, I'm petting you. I'm petting your head. Pet. Okay, who do you think was really being tested?
Caleb. Actually, you know what? No, I think everyone was being tested in a way. I think they all thought they were testing somebody, and therefore they were all being tested in some way. It was a testception.
Well, Caleb obviously thought that he was testing something because that's what he was there to do, was to test the machine.
Yeah, Caleb thought he was testing Ava, and in respect, she was being tested by him. But then, Kyoko and Ava were being tested by Nathan via cable, I forgot his name now. Cable, I don't know. Caleb, that's it. But at the same time, he was testing Caleb through them. Whereas Kyoko was just kind of in the middle of it, and Ava was testing Caleb, see if she could get her past Nathan, and in doing so was testing Nathan as well to see how he would react in that situation. They were testing each other.
Oh, that fucking hurt. Sorry, continue. Just sat up, hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, reasonable.
Yeah, everyone was being tested.
It seems like someone somewhere thought something was testing something else.
What if there was also a fourth party that was, just looking at the chaos and then
What if Skynet was already made and was put them in there to test to see their invention?
Hey, you look at this cool little. This is going to be a sex robot, right? Right? Wrong. New breed of Terminator.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
You have a huge unification theory thing going on, and you're going to definitely put Ex Machina in this.
Oh, hell yeah. Actually, I've already begun to think about ways I could incorporate that into it.
I'd really be disappointed in you if you didn't include. You've included Animorphs, Doctor Who, Firefly, Terminator.
There was another one, but I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, something about dragons.
Oh yeah, all the dragons can't die. She's going to just one day going to start making like a little baby pet dragon that just shits on her shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Then it dies.
Doesn't have to be really powerful. It can just be like a cute one that just looks cute and is sort of like a pug, cute, adorable, but dumb as shit.
And then it dies.
Everything dies.
And thus the war began.
They killed my little pug dragon. No! Die, you fucking cunt.
Alright.
Okay, we all answered the question to some varying extent. Okay, this next question I chose because when I mentioned this to the other Brian, I have a friend called Brian, and I have a fiance called, yeah. So, the other Brian was complaining about the plot twist, so I would like to know you all's opinion on the plot twist.
I loved it.
Was it surprising? Because I know a bunch of reviewers before I watched the movie was like, oh my god, there's so many twists and turns and the plot twist, blah blah blah, and I watched it and I was like, I like it, but it wasn't fucking surprising.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I loved it, but I was not surprised by any action that would happen. The only thing that really got me was when Nate told Caleb that he had already known, and I was like, really? You guys threw that into the mix? Come on. They could have deleted that whole part of the plot out, and everything still would have fallen into its place. She still would have broken out, with or without Caleb's help. And she still would have killed him. And she still would have locked Caleb into the freaking room. And she still would have escaped. So when they threw that, I was like, why? But I will say I was excited when Nate died.
Woo woo!
That was my favorite part of the entire movie. Was
she killed? Damn it!
She killed the two other robots, and then I think she stabbed him. I forget. I'm pretty sure she stabbed him, and he sat there bleeding out and looking up at her. He's like, "Yeah, that's what you get," and walks away.
Fucking cunts.
Exactly.
Human zoo. People zoo.
People zoo. I can't wait.
That's what Marty wanted the name of this episode to be.
The People Zoo.
So, Omar.
Yes.
Hello.
What did you think of the plot twist when it's found out that Nate was making sex bots?
Predictable.
Yeah.
Made sense.
I mean, he's a guy, so...
He's a guy, he can create robots. Why wouldn't he?
What guy doesn't dream of having a robot sex slave?
I would point out, though, that I was actually somewhat disturbed with something that is either a comment on Nathan's character or somewhat of a pointless kind of addition to the plot. I don't understand why he puts AI in these bots if he's going to use them as sex bots. You know?
Yeah,
That I don't understand either.
Yeah, I feel like it's either it's meant to be a point on his character that he's a psychopath and he enjoys torturing people, or B, he was just kind of put there to make us not like him as much and to make it a little bit more.
Well, the thing was, maybe he originally started out trying to make, good AIs, and, he did create very good AIs, but the thing was that maybe he just grew bored because he's a real big party animal, so at one point he was like, I don't really want to sell these yet. I just want to keep them as sex slaves. I mean, I already have the robot bodies here, so what if they have actual intelligence and they can understand and feel? Because, because I don't think it was something pointless, but I will agree it's fucking disturbing.
It is disturbing, but the question is whether it was put in there for, just for an effect, whether it was put in there to tell us something about who Nathan is, as in a horrifying character.
Yeah,
Did we ever find out whether this was willing?
I
We
have
don't know. If they have AI, did they are they up for it? Or are they made to be up for it? You know what I mean? Or they create from birth and that to be the thing that they want to do? Or is it just that they have some other thing and they just born and immediately bang and then dismembered? You know what I mean? That's horrifying. We don't know much about that.
because he kept insisting that they were artificially intelligent, because they kept insisting on that being what they actually are, I'm going to have to go with character on this. Because there'd be no other reason to put a artificial intelligence into a machine that you're going to have sex with, whether it's willing or unwilling.
Kind of dispose of it
and obviously you're building it to have sex with, so obviously it's not going to be willing if it doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
So I think it really just points towards character on this one.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm just saying, I feel like in any man with even a basic amount of logic would have put in only enough AI source for it to know physically what to do. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You don't give it intelligence. You give
Oh
it.
yeah.
Also, this is a robot in science fiction, and people making robots in science fiction usually make a mistake.
True, but I think we have to come up with
a human-looking robot with human intelligence, and then not expecting things to go wrong.
True, but I feel like you have to come to a point that we can't assume that he kind of accidentally made them intelligent multiple times. You know what I mean? I mean that's like falling head first into like gold, like I don't know however many times he did it. That's impossible. There's a point where the belief has to go away, and I feel like I'm assuming it's just about his character, but I feel like it annoys me because it doesn't make sense. Because as much as he is he's quite a smart guy, and I feel like he would know that for his own best interest, it would make no sense to have an AI in those bots. You know what I mean? He essentially what he did is he got a fleshlight and he made it want to be something other than a fleshlight. It just seems torturous and pointless to the point of him being an actual psychopath.
Yeah, maybe he's like a rapist, but figures that hey, this isn't actually human, so what does it really count?
Exactly. See, if he hadn't done it, it would have just been a fleshlight at that point. You know what I mean? It would have been a sex toy, and it would have been fine because it can't think. You know what I mean? Sure, it might look like human, but it can't think. It isn't thinking. It isn't alive. And I think that's the difference there. I think that makes more sense. You know what I mean? I think that's if anyone could do this, that's what they'd actually do. But he went and did that, which I imagine is just something for his character. But I found it didn't make sense because I don't think anyone who wasn't an absolute psychopath, like a full-on Hannibal psychopath, would do that. You know? That's like literally saying, I'm going to create you, I'm going to give you life for the sole purpose of torturing you later. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Isn't that what human life actually is? Just life created to torture us?
I don't think so. I think that's an incredibly pessimistic view.
Okay, just me then.
I would say that the entirety of civilization and the human race is a testament to the opposite, because if we were all taught that, then we'd be a bit fucked right now. Probably still in the cave.
You're fucked.
Are we? I'm sorry. Are we living in the cave? We're not. We came together, we sorted shit out, we improved, we did well.
No, but I feel like living in a freaking prison.
You're in the army. Shut up.
Yeah, you did kind of sign up for that there. It's not exactly meant to be free.
These rooms are tiny.
Food.
Hey Jash, can you send me the YouTube link for this video, by the way?
Oh, it's I posted it on my Facebook wall, my personal Facebook, my Twitter, and my Tumblr. So the link's there.
Okay. I can't pull it up Holding out the video. Hang on, give me a sec. Anyways,
Alright.
yeah.
I'm going to post. God damn it! Okay, I'm going to post the link on the chat. So.
Okay, thank you. But yeah,
Okay.
anyways.
Okay. Next question. Were you able to tell that the housemaid was a robot before it was revealed in the movie? You know, when she starts taking her skin off. If so, when?
Instantly.
How so?
Because the dude looked like a loner anyways. And it was in a remote location. So I highly doubted he had anyone else with him there besides a machine. Which led me to think, well, she's a machine too. Because this whole movie centered around machines, and I mean, look at the dude.
Yeah. True. Myself, before the robot disco dance scene, it was like the
Yes.
best part in the whole goddamn movie. It was, you know, before that there were some cuts from Caleb to just randomly cutting to the housemaid, and by those cuts I was like, oh, she's obviously a robot.
Yeah. Like I said, I just knew right away. It made sense to me.
Yeah, your robot senses were tingling.
Yeah, my robot senses were off the freaking charts, man.
Good.
They're all over the place.
Oh, fuck. So, Omar. Omar?
Yes.
On.
Okay, were you able to tell that the housemaid was a robot before it was revealed in the movie? If so, when and how?
I wasn't, but I thought she was weird, and I'll tell you for why. Because here's the thing: there's a problem with stuff like this. Because I'm not sure if I'm being offensive to the actress or not, but that chick looked weird to me. Like she looked like she needed a burger or two or something. You know what I mean? Like it looked like she maybe had like extreme binding on her body. There was something about her that seemed
Hi,
off.
Miguel. Sorry.
Pardon?
Anyways, continue.
Yeah, it's like that. I just didn't understand it. I thought, wait, is she meant to look like that? And I guess it was. I guess maybe it was because of the robot, but I'm not sure. It's like maybe she just looks like that, and it's fine, I guess. But she looked a little off to me. And I googled her later, and it appears she's a model, which kind of then
Yeah.
explains that because models have a
Yes.
tendency of being stick thin and kind of really tall. By the way, we should talk about that. Is that like that? Does
What?
anyone like that kind of like literal stick figure look? Is that meant to be a thing? Well, like I don't know anyone who likes that.
Yeah. Well, in modeling, it's you can look up
In
the
modeling,
fit
the test
yourself,
shows
but
on
yeah,
a
they
body type
do
that
like
exists
to
only in
usually
modeling.
keep it thin.
Well,
So that is usual.
besides going through Africa, yeah, most models look like freaking twigs. They're like they look like they're all bone and no meat.
Yeah, it looks unhealthy is the problem. I think that's my problem with Kyoko. I could tell she was unhealthy looking, but it kind of made me feel uneasy about it, but I didn't think she was a robot. I mean, in hindsight, it was obvious, but, you know, that was just it. I think it was just...
Yeah, it's models, yeah.
And I think the reason they played it off in the beginning, like tried to make it look like she wasn't, was to try to make us think that maybe there was some sort of sanity to Nate.
Sorry.
Like he was interacting with basic humanity
You could
instead
tell,
of just the robots.
No, you could tell with his interactions with her that he didn't give a shit about the housemaid. It was just like, you know, dissing the housemaid, blah, blah, blah. All the actions were not the best show of humanity. the housemaid, when she was free, was probably like, fuck this, I am going to kill all humans, I am on board, woot woot. Hell, she might have even given Ava the idea, like, hey, I hate Nate, I really hate my fucking job, literally. I'm going to influence this robot to, kill people.
Seems legit. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Girl power.
What robots do, bro?
Yeah.
Makes
Robots.
sense.
That should be like a law now. Whenever any robot achieves any reasonable level of intelligence, they're 90% 90% more likely than any other thing on Earth to start killing humans. What they do.
I mean,
So much for
how,
the 3 laws of robotics.
well,
4 laws now.
Yeah, the thing is though, if the first robot was given a really good show of humanity and was programmed with ethics, that might not happen. But there will always be the one robot that's sort of like Xavier and Magneto. Two robots with two conflicting points of view. The X robots.
So, iRobot.
You bring up that fucking.
Or Chappie.
Kill you.
Or Chappie.
Okay, Chappie I can deal with. I haven't seen
Why
it.
not iRobot?
It's a disgrace to all things Isaac Asimov.
What do you mean?
We will cover that on a future Jash Talks when things burn in hell.
I loved Will Smith in that movie.
The thing is, it's a okay movie as itself, but I am a huge Asimov fan, and it has nothing except the 3 laws of robotics mentioned in the beginning to do with Asimov works.
Yeah, I can give it that.
Yeah,
They're horrible at. But still, Chappie was a good one.
Okay, Chappie, I might see Chappie.
Chappie was pretty good.
Okay,
it's on my videos if you want to watch it. Anyways, continue.
Okay, and finally the final question. Drum roll. Okay. I wasn't expecting anything, but okay. What would you rate this movie? It's anything out of 5, like 5 Avas out of 5, 3 Caleb's out of 5, etc. Something that relates to the movie in some way, shape, or form.
5 AIs. No, I give it 4.5. Honestly, it had its moments that weren't so good, but all in all, I think it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I thought it was alright. Probably 4 actually. I wasn't enthralled in it. I thought it was interesting, but I was never like, this is so good.
Oh yeah.
Right. It wasn't a bad movie. I tell you what it is. It was definitely an above par movie. I think. Okay, do you know what? I got it. The one thing about it that impresses me that I wish more movies could do, that fucking budget. You guys know how much? I think it had a 15 million budget.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Remarkable.
And they made it back the night it aired. Like all the money they spent on that movie, they made it back instantly. But still.
But it's amazing how small that budget was. Like, okay, let me give you an example. Pirates of the Caribbean had like a 200 million budget, right? But I tell you what, the kind of the CG in that, nothing compared to this. This was such a good use of CG and so like valuable as well. It's amazing. I think more movies and TV shows should take advantage of this kind of thing. Keep it cheap. Keep it good looking and stuff.
If they had the people that were working on the movie do something like Pirates of the Caribbean or one of your big name films that spent an enormous amount of money to do, then you'd see movies not spending as much. These guys, the editors and the graphic designers, the costume designers, the set designers, they did a wonderful job at it.
Yeah, I think
they were great.
And I love the design of Ava, the whole kind of open skull thing. I thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I think the problem is with movies and directors getting bigger budgets is that all the creativity and ingenuity sort of goes away. So I think what would be a good model to do things, mind you, this is only the planning stages, so no one on the internet overreact, which never happens, that directors are giving a much, much smaller budget. They can do all their ingenuity and stuff, and then the people in charge will be like, oh, actually, it was this much, so, just improve upon minor things. And
Well, the thing about it is budgets, right? They come from investors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it basically came down to how many people invested into that movie. And I guess not a lot of people thought that this was going to be a great movie, which when it was revealed that it was going to become a movie, it got a lot of rap. Like, it was shot down because I guess something about the concept of, sex robots and AIs.
Fembots.
Yeah, fucking, it just didn't, people thought it'd be like, that's disgusting, like, people were, people would be, they thought that that people would be outraged with the movie because of that. But I guess they had never watched HBO before.
What's HBO? What's incest? I can't remember what channel Oz was on. I've never seen it, but yeah, I believe the people in charge of the show eventually quit it because they couldn't figure out any more creative ways to kill people.
Seems legit.
Yeah, Oz or yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I would give this around maybe 4.5 out of 5 sexy killer Avas.
It wasn't that funny, actually.
No.
It's clever, but it wasn't that funny. No.
Just like the plot twist.
But
But yeah, it was a well put together movie. Once I see it in a format that's actually meant to be seen instead of like a cell phone, I can actually,
Hey man, I can shoot 1080p in this freaking thing.
Yeah, but you kept on moving, and yeah.
It's hard to hold your hand up for 2 hours.
That's the point. But I see that the.
At one point, I was using both my hands propped up on my knee.
This is some military training exercise.
Oh yeah, I definitely strengthened my arm from it.
I'm not going to comment. But yeah.
Shit, that hurt.
So
okay.
It was good story, plot. The character Avo definitely showed herself to be a little bitch by the end, but it made sense. And killer robots are so awesome.
Oh yeah, and you can.
I want more movies with nice robots.
Yeah.
I liked real.
You should see an adaptation of a good adaptation of one of Asimov's works. Because
works based on the fact that robots eventually fuck up, don't they?
Well, Asimov was big on no robots killing each other, and the only time I believe the only time he ever had a robot kill someone is when the robot accidentally hugged its creator too hard.
Well, that's sad. That is really.
I mean,
that's sad you're doing that.
That's
That's the only time.
That's awkward.
Just imagine that though. How sad is that? You're a robot. You just come upon the level of sentience to find love for your master. You give him an old hug. You expressing that, and fuck, you killed it.
Okay, I think I can't remember the exact scenario but I think it involved the robot not realizing it was a robot.
Oh.
So it hugs too hard. It's like
that's worse. Then he finds out he's a robot.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Anyway, it sucks. So
What?
any Asimov fans watching it,
Depressing. Why do you want me to watch that?
what do you
I don't want to cry at night, alright?
Mockingjay?
Jesus.
Mockingjay.
No, just if any of you who have read Mockingjay, you will know.
Oh.
It hurts. The book fucking hurts.
Why would I?
I'm preparing myself mentally.
So, mental note, don't read Mockingjay. Got it.
I'll tell you if they keep specific scenes in the movie version. It's like the end of part 1 when PETA, kills Katniss. I was like saving the last bit of beer so I could just
Oh,
douse
I've already
when
read
it
that.
happened.
I
Jash,
thought you were talking about something else.
I got a question.
Yeah.
If they change a scene, would you say that the movie? Do you say it would be mocking you?
Okay, Omar, shove it up your ass and go on to the entertainment section.
Just
Oh, that was nice. I like that.
He just said that. Omar!
Omar, entertainment section.
All right. Okay. Well. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Welcome to Bar Bungee's entertainment section of Jash Talks. Now it's Snazzy Tea. Today I have 3 pieces of news here, all of which I find to be adequately interesting for my poultry section here. Oh well, shall we move on? Number 1, Fear the Walking Dead. Currently on its 2nd episode, the spin-off of the popular ABC show The Walking Dead, a somewhat obvious fact I agree, is not without its flaws. It is arguably racially sensitive to an obvious and unnecessary degree, lacking direction or tension, and even leads itself to questions of why it exists. Do we need it? Not really. That said, the show has a charm to it, and I've come to like it. It hasn't grabbed my attention quite as much as the first few episodes of The Walking Dead did, but it certainly is entertaining and vastly superior to the Farm saga of its mother show. The show and its colourful cast of characters has what I would argue is a superior starting set of people when compared to The Walking Dead. Travis and his sister's relationship seems believable, and the parents are more interesting, I'd say, than the Rick and the fucking wife's name from the beginning of the show.
Lori.
Lori, that's
Lori.
it.
It's always an L.
Is heartbreaking, and Travis himself, the son, who is quite sadly driving, appears to kind of learn to hate. But he is actually quite sympathetic, and you learn to love him. Have I been muted?
No, Marty has.
Oh.
He was making noise and I couldn't hear you.
Alright. Right. Now, sure, the cast of The Walking Dead, the original, is surely superior right now, as with the additions and improvements that the characters have gained over the entirety of the show have made them really come out on their own, and those original characters are truly superior right now. That said, I feel that Fear the Walking Dead starts off with a better set, and over time, given the same amount of love and appreciation, even less time, arguably, will become superior in terms of its casting. I truly believe that there isn't a character I really hate in the show. There are no Lauries for me. And I feel like I am quite interested to learn how this all began. That, to me, being the main reason this show exists, for me anyway, to find out what exactly happened. Because we somewhat know, but we never really found out. This is the beginning. And I think in some ways this is proving the supernatural aspect of it, even though it sells it as a virus. There are so many kind of allusions to the fact that these beings are not human. They don't survive. They don't continue. They don't die when things that otherwise would kill a human would kill them. They don't. They continue. So clearly something supernatural. But yes, Fear the Walking Dead. I feel the cast will eventually rival, if not surpass, some of the show.
My one problem with one of the characters' names is Tobias. He's, that nerdy kid that was asking for the knife in the first episode. In the second episode, he's like, "Want to give me my knife back now?"
Yes, I quite like that character.
Yeah,
he's probably not the kind of guy you'd want to know in real life, as he clearly is a paranoid delusional.
Yeah. The thing is that Tobias is the same name of the character from Animorphs, and it's like seems to be a little bit of a loner, bad, home life. It looks like. And so I'm just like, get your own name. There's only one Tobias and he has a feathery red butt.
Well, if there's any consolation, I believe there's only one Tobias as well, and he is in Arrested Development, and he is probably gay. But yes, I mean, this show, I feel like I said, it has a generally better cast. Obviously, not as good as its rival show yet. But you know, as long as they continue to cut out of the heavily bearded, sweaty man shouting "Carl!" repeatedly, I think I'll be happy with the casting for a while. Now, number 2.
Marty, you can unmute yourself.
Oh.
After he did for a while, I was like, should I tell him?
No, I had to go take medication, and then I figured it was a good time since The Walking Dead was being talked about. Because I still haven't seen past season 3, and I refuse to till it's finished. So
do it.
I have up to season 5 right now. Still haven't watched it.
You should start watching Fear the Walking Dead then, because it won't interfere with the...
Yeah, I have seen that.
Okay.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 2. We have Lucifer. Lucifer is a brand new show. Only one episode is currently released, and I watched it pretty much by accident. I found it quite quirky and fairly charming, if a dash dark. The show works with the theory that the devil is not inherently evil so much as a warden of sorts in hell. A theory, by the way, that I came up with many years ago. Being the so-called bad guy is a role clearly cast upon him by God and his angels, as it appears he may have been the least loved of God's creations. A fact that, though I can understand makes sense in the TV show, makes very little sense within the grand scheme of any Abrahamic writings. I'm fairly certain he is meant to be all-loving, so it doesn't quite make sense, but the purposes of the TV show, I should let that go. It doesn't make sense, though. Of course, him not being an abjectly evil character does not stop him from being a little demonic, as it were. It clearly shows that he cares for people throughout various times throughout the show. But he is still the devil. He has capacity to be manipulative, controlling, he cheats, he lies. But he uses these abilities for relative good, if not sometimes his own fun. He has some gifts, including immortality, the ability to bring the dead temporarily back to life, and being able to force truths and sins out of people, which obviously he uses to help fight crime. Now, I have a problem with this show. It is fucking predictable. The show is following the same stale old format of the gifted man meets female hot cop, and they team up to fight crime together, and eventually will inevitably fall for each other type situation. I hate it. I'm so annoyed that it exists so many times before. I can't stand it. But Lucifer himself is incredibly interesting. Female cop, not so much. She is boring, frankly. Her existence is irrelevant to me. She even has the classic ex-boyfriend on the force, which I'm fairly certain has existed in all variations of this trope. I despise it. Truly, it's awful. I'm only watching it for Lucifer. She is a terrible tag along that I have to deal with. The show worked basically by Lucifer, who runs a nightclub in this world. Essentially, someone he apparently met many years ago returns to him and basically starts talking about how she may owe him his soul, and he says no, she doesn't. He apparently just helped her out because he liked her, and basically she's on drugs and stuff, and he suggests that she gives that up and tries to make herself better, and she agrees. And it appears that they are quite close friends. Somewhat of a parental guidance thing the devil appears to be giving her here, which is odd. I know the sound of that. The devil is being parental. However, on the way out of the nightclub, a car drives by and immediately shoots and kills her. He is caught in the crossfire and also killed. Of course, he's the devil, so he kind of just stands back up. But as the car drives away, it is hit by a truck, and the man inside is immediately killed. The devil casually saunters over there and touches the man, brings him back to life, and first of all, attempts to find out what was going on, and then promises him, shall we say, a very fun time in hell. Although it is later revealed he cannot actually go back to hell without being forced to stay there, something he doesn't want to do, by the way, so he is ousted. Although the angels want him back there, because he is apparently meant to play some big role. Regardless, this forces him into the hands of the police officers, who he begins to work with in order to find the true criminal, and so on and so forth. Uses his powers, finds bad guy, revenge is exacted, and other than that, it's fairly predictable. But like I said, the show is entirely predictable. It's all, you know what's all coming. But the devil himself is interesting. The character is likable, and I want to see more of him. So I'm hoping that the writing improves or something happens to change it up. I quite continue.
I sort of hate when there's like good elements in something. I mean, the Amor's TV show fucking sucked, but Christopher Ralph, who played Tobias, did an awesome job with what he was given. Problem was, what he was given was fucking crap.
Yes, it's pretty much a similar situation to that. It's such a good character and a fairly good concept, stuck in the most mundane of possible circumstances. You have the actual devil on Earth. He could do anything he wanted. Why in fuck's name is he teaming up with a shitty, boring cop? If he wants to find out what's going on, he's that fucking devil. Summon the minions of hell. I want to see Scourgelings walking across the planet finding the bad guy who did this. I want to see hell being literally raised. You know what I mean? You fuck with the devil. You should be seeing literal hell. No. He was just a man hunting around using, mild psychic powers. You know what I mean? Like a shitty superhero could have taken him down. A shitty super. Sure, he's immortal, but that doesn't mean he's like unhurtable. He feels pain and shit like that. If a superhero came and clapped his head together, boom, his head's gone. Might regenerate eventually, but you could probably pop him in jail till then. He's not that powerful, and I feel like he should be more powerful, and we should see him do devilly things. I'm hoping that we see more of it though. As the very last part of the episode, he is shot multiple times, and he doesn't even fall down this time. He just kind of walks forward, and she kind of shows the bad guy a reflection of his true self, and it appears to be some kind of horrible demonic image of hellfire or something. So truly terrifying visage. And I want to see more of that, more of the fear the devil type shit, because I feel like that's just nice, isn't it? I feel like isn't it just nice seeing a bad guy be scared? I like that. I especially like the concept of letting the bad guy know that not only does hell exist, but he's going there and he pissed off the actual devil. You know what I mean? So like, you are, not only does the hell exist, you're going there and you're going to get special treatment. That is a terrifying prospect right there.
I don't want special treatment. No.
Pardon?
I don't want special treatment. No.
It's not good. But yeah, the one thing that possibly could make this interesting is apparently this cop has something special about her. She basically his powers don't work on her. Like he can't get her to commit, like kind of tell her her darker desires. He can't get her to tell what her thoughts are, etc. It doesn't work on her. Go on.
Nothing.
If she turns out to be an angel, I'm gonna be.
What's gonna happen though? Because this show's predictable, I can guess right now. She's an angel. She's a Nephilim. She's half angel. Her mom is almost certainly going to be an angel. Her dad a cop.
Yeah.
That's
what I mean.
Show you're just predicting.
That's what I mean. If it turns out to be, I mean, it sounds interesting. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably check it out after this, but
it's worth a check because of Lucifer alone. You know what I mean? I feel like of these shows that exist, this is one to give a try because it has something in it. You know what I mean?
It has
all
potential.
All the others are just fucking stale at this point. You know what I mean? Even Castle's gotten boring at this point. And this is just a much more interesting version, but still suffers from this whole predictability. I feel like maybe just a little bit of kind of pushing the creativity could have done this show well. But they still have time. They're only on the first episode, right?
Yep.
I personally would like it if she turned out to be a prophet or something, something more special like that, and maybe you stop with the cop thing and just like, wouldn't it be interesting if you started off as a cop show, but as soon as this whole actual supernatural shit starts going down, maybe she quits. Maybe we start seeing something else. Like that would be interesting to me. It doesn't have to stay the same way, does it? But it almost certainly will. Like, for example, I know he's gonna, but I don't understand why he's gonna continue to team up with her. I don't get it. Why is he doing that? He's the devil. He could do anything he wants. He's just gonna stick with her for a bit. It makes no sense.
They're gonna try to play some relationship thing into it, and it's gonna
of course.
Fall in love immediately.
It's gonna ruin it.
I think they pretty much already have. Like, she gave him like a bubbly smile at the end, and I was like, oh god damn it, she wants devil cock. Fuck.
Who doesn't?
Well, actually, to be fair, that is one of his powers. He's apparently incredibly alluring to women, which is odd to me because first of all, I get that it's meant to be some kind of supernatural power, and I get that he's somewhat good looking, but he's such a prick that I feel like that might counter it. Like, he's truly like the kind of person that in a club you couldn't hear him, but you'd tell what he said was douchey and you'd throw water in his face. He's that kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, it's worth a try, and you should check it out if you can. Now, I'm going with part 3. Before I go, does anyone want to say anything?
No. Please
Amen.
continue.
Alright. Number 3, and my favorite part. Now, first of all, this news saddens me terribly. Not since the days of pushing daisies have I experienced so much sadness as on the day they cancelled Constantine. My soul truly was shredded.
I heard about that.
Well, I heard about that a while ago.
And yeah, so did I.
Watch
And
this. Shh, watch this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Recently, however, came news. After such a horrible experience with Pushing Daisies, playing Resurrection, via fucking play, by the way. So fuck the lies who said that. It was like, oh, Pushing Daisies is coming back. What's this? Oh, it's a play. Fuck you. Can't go to a play in America to watch Pushing Daisies, you dicks. Anyway, I wasn't really prepared to put my hope when I heard that Constantine wasn't truly dead. I was like, how is he not truly dead? Surely he's dead. But thankfully, I clicked the button and I found out. Gentlemen, Constantine yet lives. And in such a way as to make the death of his show actually a good thing. Let that sink in. His show going away made it better.
How so?
Constantine is returning, played by the same person, by the way, and as the same, like, actual Constantine. He shall be a recurring character in the Arrowverse. Yes, citizens, he is now part of the Arrow. A decision I cannot be more happy about. The next season of Arrow, a show I already love, is sure to be something special now, as the fucking Constantine is going to appear in it. My god!
What?
Just let him fangirl.
Right.
Besides,
some funny dialogue, interesting questions, like on the nature of magic and supernatural in the DC kind of TV universe. On top of that, it leads me to other questions about DC properties that also already exist or shall be made. A show based in the DC world, created on TV, as long as it's good, can start off not being part of the Arrowverse and then put into it if it's good enough. Therefore, the Supergirl show, maybe it goes well. Maybe they put her in there.
Omar, could you call that Arrowception?
I could. Could be Arrowception. But yeah, the point is,
trademark.
not only is this good for the Arrow, it's good for Constantine, as he is a character who is just real funny around other people, especially superheroes, who he just does not get along with. But this also means that DC properties that are not canon with the TV universe, or is possible and can join it later on. So basically, DC now has the ability to put a show on TV that isn't immediately part of the Arrowverse, therefore not messing it up if the show is awful, and make it later on a part of the universe if it fits them.
So what I do with my books?
What?
Taking something from another universe or fandom or however you want to put it, and then incorporating it into another one that may not be a part of it at its time, but is now because I was able to manipulate it that way.
Exactly. Yes, it's like that.
Okay.
And I don't know how it's going to work, as Constantine's story was clearly very different to the Arrows, but I'm interested in it. I quite want to see it, and frankly, if any of you know what Constantine is like, it is going to be beautiful seeing him alongside the Arrow and the Flash. Truly remarkable, because he is a smart ass, a British smart ass, which I respect, obviously. And he's a nice character, and I want to see him comment on the ridiculousness of it all. You know, like, that's a man who can run like 500 miles an hour. You're in a green fucking like tweedle suit, and there's a hot chick on the computer up there. What the fuck is going on? Of course, he does play with ghosts, so I mean, you can question who's the weird one there. But regardless, it's going to be great, and I'm incredibly happy that they didn't let Constantine die. Because I admit that the show at times wasn't perfect, although I found it to be great. I thought it was better than Supernatural. I admit it wasn't perfect, but the best part of it by far was Constantine himself, and they have saved him. They have plucked him from the depths of hell and ripped him back into my open arms. I am very thankful for that. Done.
Nice. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
The only time I've read Constantine in a comic was the Books of Magic miniseries by Neil Gaiman. And I've read that probably many more times than a lot of comics, and I don't really read comics that much, and I probably need to get myself a copy just to keep.
You know, speaking of comics, you know what movie I'm excited to see? The new Deadpool movie.
Oh God, yes.
All right.
Okay, this is unanimous
Ryan
agreement. That's
Reynolds
going to be
is
an amazing movie.
Deadpool. My heart.
Right.
You know
Right.
what that movie though? If that movie does well, publishers should start taking notice of the fact that we don't need them to change too much from the comics. We really like the comics. You don't need to change them too much. You don't need to give them shitty, gritty suits or anything. You don't need. We like them as they are. There's no
Yeah.
reason to change them. You can even give them animated eyes and we wouldn't care. Like, why didn't they do that to Spider-Man? Spider-Man's animated eyes are kind of his thing. Give him animated eyes for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Do that to
and
Deadpool.
plus, I believe Deadpool will be one of the few R-rated, comic book movies. So
It is
they
definitely
can,
like it's
so they
already
can
it's
learn
R.
that they can give comic book movies a higher rating, and people will still come to see them,
Yeah.
and they'll get
One
a.
thing I want to point out here, there's a little bit of a worry here, as though me and you and the greater comic book populace and video game people, we all know of Deadpool. The greater populace of people, they don't know him very well, so it's possible they might not go. That said, it is a Marvel movie, so I'm hoping the fact it is a Marvel movie and has Ryan Reynolds in it shall cause your average movie goer to go see it. Because let's be honest, they're going to be the big portion of profits here.
Ryan Reynolds is adorable, and I like his acting. Plus, he's going to be doing a comedic role, which is even better. So, even if I didn't know who the hell Deadpool was, I would still be like, I got to see this. It's got Ryan Reynolds. I got to see it now.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for the inside jokes. Like I already saw in the trailer, he referenced the Green Lantern suit.
Green Lantern, yeah. Just don't give me an animated suit.
That the fact that he in the comics he knew he was in a comic, so he'd always reference that in all of them.
Well,
So I'm
I don't
interested to
think
see
he
if they
knew
do
he
that
was
in
in
the
a comic, did he?
movie. Say again?
I don't think he. I mean, it's hinted that he kind of knows he's in a comic, but I don't think he actually knows. I think
Well,
it's
the
his
references are there.
personality is like crazy, but doesn't know he's in a comic fully. I think his
He
other
may not.
personality do, but they don't really question it so much. They just make jokes about it.
Okay, Marty.
Yeah.
Truly recognizes
Yep.
that he's in a comic is when Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, where he loses his mind and recognizes it for the first proper time.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the sequel to that, Deadpool kills Deadpool. He talks about that and he doesn't really acknowledge that that's a thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I've only read so many, so
I haven't read any. You've read more than
I haven't read all of them yet. I'm working my way through them slowly. So.
Okay, now time for announcements after we have fangirled and fanboyed about different things. Omar, do you have anything you want to announce?
Pretty soon we're going to be bringing back the Ready to Roll show. We've had a little bit of a gap there because various members had to do some work and they were mostly the
work?
GMs. So,
What's work?
Oh, school work and actual work.
What's that?
Yeah, basically, the main GM is in university and has a lot of work to do. And as the group split, some of the younger members or the newer members kind of didn't know what to do, and it kind of got split up a little bit. The main group is still together, but we've got to bring it back together a little bit as we're all starting to get more time again, so we can start kind of bringing it fully back. So we're probably going to start with a new game. I think all the other shows are probably going to be cut for a bit until we can get the members back. But that's coming back soon, and yeah, should be interesting. We've got some good things planned. I think one big game is coming this time with the main GM, so it should be interesting. And we've all practiced a little bit. We've all played together multiple times, so it should be a smooth experience this time. Before, I admit, it was a little bit kind of off the rock. We weren't quite sure how this works, but I think now we've got a hang of it a little more, and it should be fun. Should be good.
Marty, do you have anything to announce?
Right. So to start, LA Resistant Time, which is the book that I've been working on for the past almost 6 years now. The release date has been pushed back yet again due to recent productivity increase in my job. We've basically been going on rotations out for training. So that will probably not happen till later next year. It should be early next year. If not, May will be the latest date I can give an official release. I'm not sure if it's going to be if it's gonna hit shelves locally or however they're gonna do it, or if they're just gonna make it into an ebook, or we haven't discussed that far yet. It's basically just been editing and all that good old-fashioned stuff. But I will have hard copy books. I think I'm getting 50 to 100 hard copies, and I think like 25 softback paperbacks, I guess they're called. So if they don't actually get put on the shelves, I will be selling them to people for the first, people who ask for them, and or giving them away to certain people who've helped producing the book, like you. The other thing I recently started, along with the increase in productivity, I can't even say that word like fluently. Productivity. There we go. Is I started doing. I've been getting back into gameplay once again. Basically, I started recently a playthrough with Civilization 5, which I don't know if I don't.
So good.
Omar, I think you know it as well. I had Jash come on, and she and I started doing the playthrough. It was just me playing it.
Yeah, you were go on.
It was just me playing it because I haven't gotten her the game yet. But
So I was just basically making commentary until like after an hour, and I'm like, ooh, I have Super Mario Brothers on the DSi. I'll play that. Yeah. And now if the same thing happened again, I have Pokemon, my first Pokemon game, so I'd be like, God damn it! Josh, are you paying attention? Totally.
So we started doing that, but when I get back from this recent rotation, I will be starting up other games like the Portal series. Hopefully Jash will be involved with that.
I'll be involved in anything. I'm just not saying it'll go over too well. Like, I'm not too good with puzzle games, so most likely your partner in crime will just be fucking shit. This is only level 1, Josh. Got an early start here.
So, yeah, we'll be working on that. Along with other games, other multiplayer games, I will be asking requests that people may have and games they may want to see. I think that's actually it. The Minecraft server has been completed. I'm still waiting to bring it online. Me and like 5 people have been working to build this thing, and it's taken us, I don't know, how long has it been? Like 3-4 months to put everything together for the playthrough that Jash still has very little information about.
I have a nice little Hulk as my, guy, and I've been waiting to use him.
And we've incorporated a lot of little Easter eggs for the Avengers and all these other TV shows. So hopefully soon, again, once I get back, it's another thing I'll have to do in like 30 days from now. I'll actually be able to start working on this. Soon we'll have that back up and running, and we will be able to actually start the playthrough of that. The entire script is written by myself and a friend of mine, and it will be, while it will be scripted, some of it will also be, what's the word I'm looking for? The thing that's not scripted, but you put into something. What?
Ad-libbed?
Yeah, there we go. So yeah. Everything's been going smoothly. Hopefully my job will relax after this. There's been talk of certain things coming up, so we'll see what happens. Yeah.
I can't wait
Takes
till
a bow.
Minecraft finally happening.
Oh, he's over there.
Who's over there?
Sorry, one of my friends came back from leave. Continue. Sorry. I actually have to go like pretty soon. So.
Okay, don't worry. I'm just gonna finish up my announcements, and then it will be over, and I won't be right in the world. Okay, my announcements are. My announcements are: I'm working on the next chapter of Akin to the Platypus. Finally, this is my Avengers Animorphs crossover. One of them. I started working on the next chapter today. The latest chapter of The Dawning is out. The Trey's character of Mary Graham has a little bit of a shine. I'm giving the character a slow build-up, so she's seems sort of scared in the beginning, and I don't want to build her up too quickly or too suddenly. I also want to give the audience and readers time to fall in love with the character, which can't happen all of a sudden. I have to give people reasons, not just here's a character, love them.
I guess I don't understand why.
Marty,
I just work here. You're gonna love my characters whether you like it or not.
Bitch.
Bitch.
I knew that was
bro.
it was going to fucking come up. More of Jash Reads will be out next week, as I said before. The random weekend outing may not really have time to practice that much, but so next week will be the final two chapters of Animorphs #1, and then the week after that I'm going to have a little bit of an outro, point out 5 things that really stood out to me, the blooper reel all put together, and finally my announcement for the next book I'll be reading for Jash Reads.
Alright then. Martin's muted, by the way.
What?
Martin's muted.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mute him. I didn't do it this time. With Extra Happy Season 2... Whoa, hi. There was like the pinging sound. I think it's coming from your end.
Yeah, it was Hangouts.
Yeah, with Extra Happy Season finale is moved this Saturday, and it will start from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the finale topic picked by audiences is going to be, did Tobias purposefully trap himself in red-tailed hawkmorph or not? And I let people decide between that topic and Hork-Bajir, and there was like 1 vote for Hork-Bajir. Tiny itty-bitty vote. And I want to thank the people who did suggest books to read to help with the episode, as I sort of forgot all the books that had stuff about, that would help the debate.
Sorry about that.
Okay. The Dragon Journals are still being released every Friday, but the latest one might not be released this Friday due to things getting slowed down, so I may not do a Dragon Journal entry this Friday. I'm not sure. Okay, that was an old update. That's an old update. Fiverr, I'm still doing writing commissions on Fiverr. I never actually got to putting out the voice acting gig I was going to, but then I didn't really have time to set up the gig, and then other things popped up, but I'm still doing writing commissions. The next Flight Rising giveaway will happen once my current nest hatch. I like to hatch all my nests at once on Flight Rising, and I'm still waiting for 2 pairs to finish with their cooldown period. So it should happen in maybe around a week or so. And on Flight Rising, I have now opened a dragon shop for the dragons I enjoy more than others. Then a writing shop also. The links are in my Flight Rising profile. I'm Jashkins on Flight Rising. The donation options that will help keep this blog afloat and help me continue to pay Omar from time to time.
Omar likes getting paid.
What?
Omar likes getting paid.
I know you should.
Great. She pays me with games. It's beautiful.
Yeah, she told me about that. I was like, damn.
It's great. Because here's the thing. I don't know what I do with the money, but it gives me a great excuse to get random games. I love it. It's like,
Yeah.
what I wanted. I never had an excuse. Now I do. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thanks, Josh.
I
Okay.
nearly choked on my milk.
I have to go. Like right now. I apologize for interrupting. Thank you for having me, Jash. I'm gonna finish watching this video as I'm walking out of my building. So,
Don't die. Don't get another crash.
I won't. I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, nice
Okay.
having you. Take care.
Love
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, yeah, you should definitely see Omar once I say, hey, I'm going to pay you again. It's like, I can see your eyes opening wide on the other end of the screen. It's a payday!
Money.
Yeah, but, to help keep Omar on his crack addiction, there's a few ways to donate. Actually, the only way that people have really donated so far is through Ryan commissions and being awesome tippers. Is what?
Got learn them tips.
Damn right. Someone's like said, hey, do you want? How about for the next gig? You write 20,000 words for me, and he was an excellent tipper. So I'm like, okay, I'm up. So some of the ways you can help donate, besides fibers, at the bottom of nearly every post is an Amazon ad. Hi, Atlas. Is an Amazon ad about usually something relating to the blog post. Like when this gets to be on my blog, there'll be a Amazon ad for Ex Machina, so you can hear all our spoilers and then watch the movie, or you have just bought the movie, watched it, and then watched the review, because we sort of spoiled the whole thing here.
You probably should put like a little thing in the messages saying, "Hey, have you seen the movie? No, don't watch this then."
No, I think I've only put spoiler warnings in a Mockingjay video, and that was like it.
Actually, do you know what you should do? I think you can add annotations. Put an annotation like 5 minutes, like 1 minute before like we start talking about spoilers and say spoilers incoming. Click this button if you want to skip to past them.
Well, I think I'll just put like 2 minutes in, spoilers right ahead, stop now.
There we go. That works.
And then just you and Marty talking about whatever. But yeah, putting in the description. Also, there's a PayPal donation link at the top. I might need to fix it. I'm not sure. Because Jockerly's been the only one trying to donate via it. And so I guess he's been having problems. But it's like one person. So I don't know.
PayPal is ridiculously complicated and douchey. Like, my one isn't working properly right now because it wants me to prove I'm a real person. And you know how I have to do that?
How?
I have to send in like 3 documents proving that I'm a person with signatures, like a visual, like a proof of who I am. Why do I need to send proof of a picture? It doesn't know what I look like. I could send in a picture of a monkey and it could theoretically be me. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I just cancelled the account. I was like, listen, that's not worth it. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I've been able to get use money via PayPal, but the donation button seems to be the one little problem. Like maybe they're scared to see if I'm human. I also have a cafe press shop that no one buys from, and I update every other blue moon because I have nothing else to do. I just don't really have any graphic artist expertise, so it's like, give me money, please, please. Oh, have you seen the Last Week Tonight with the John Oliver?
Which one?
Last Week Tonight. It's the one where John Oliver talks about what happened the week.
I've seen the show, about which are you referencing a specific
episode? It's the one where he makes his church.
Oh yeah, give me money. More money. Me want money.
No, did you? I didn't actually call the number until I went to Rev Resner's house this weekend, and he actually called the number, put it on speakerphone, because he had called it before, and it's like, oh my god, you still haven't listened to it? And yeah, and like the boy, like stop this video right now and go call the number. It's just like at the end, it's like, and if you can't give me money, put this phone to someone who does. Give me money! I want money! And it gets angrier and angrier at the end. Oh, good John Oliver is a little angel. And finally, I have a Patreon. And yeah, it's another way for you to make monthly donations to the blog so that, I can pay Omar and pay other artists. I'm paying Crazy, who will be doing the cover for my debut ebook. I'm also still waiting on the artist I had to do the season 2 title card for with Extra Happy. So I'm like trying to get original artwork around my blog, so it seems a little more professional. The 2 rewards so far is if you make at least $1 a month donation, you get sneak peeks into my upcoming ebooks, and at least $5. The rewards is an exclusive 30-minute vlog about blog updates and other things. This month I went from talking about Jash reads about a few books I'm considering of doing next and why they wouldn't work, all the way to fangirling about the upcoming Star Wars movie. So, and I'm unsure if I put it at, saying that the post is for the $5 plus or $1 plus, that people that get higher rewards can actually still see it, or if I need to do those posts twice. I have no one as a patron yet, so I don't know, folks.
We'll find out.
Yeah, one day. So if you want to do that, that's great. And once I reach my milestone, I'll be talking about me and Tobias. Animorphs.
So, folks, give us money. Give me more money.
We need money. Okay, and this will be the end of this week's episode of Jash Talks. So, thank you everyone who's listening. The post is being recorded, as we had one viewer that lasted for a little bit. So, any final words, Omar?
Titty wrinkles.
Oh, damn it, I was supposed to do you last, so you're going to have to come up with something next.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be so hard for you. And hi, Atlas, we noticed you. Does he get more aggressive near the end of the podcast? I think it's just like, oh, they're really ignoring me this time. Yeah, this is I'm Jashikins, owner at jashikins.blogspot.com. If you want to make a suggestion for an upcoming topic for future Jash Talks, please say so down below. And if you have any questions, ask them, and they'll all be answered in the next episode. And until next video, goodbye. Omar, do you have any last words?
God sweat.